Hi there, this is Sammy Garab with Reboot Tutoring LLC. This video is a tutorial on how to use Google Jamboard. Many teachers and tutors are familiar with using Zoom and BitPaper. On Zoom, what I've seen is teachers and tutors would go ahead and share their screens and show all the notes, and they would annotate on the screen. And when they, solve a question on the board, they would go ahead and take a screenshot and save it. Okay. And also, I have seen teachers and tutors use BitPaper. BitPaper is an online whiteboard that used to be free up until the COVID-19 became really rampant in March of 2020. And because the servers were getting overloaded, they started to charge for the BitPaper. So the BitPaper is an online whiteboard that allows the teacher or tutor to post notes or problems on the boards. They're able to use the video and audio to communicate. And now it's a paid service, whereas the Zoom is free, but every time that you annotate on the board, you have to you'd have to go ahead and take a screenshot and save it. Whereas on the BitPaper, you have multiple boards that you can write on, and afterwards you can save all the boards as a PDF file and email that to the student. But again, that's a paid service. So there's actually a free online whiteboard that is collaborative, named Google Jamboard. And the website is jamboard.google.com. And you want to make sure that you're logged into your Google account or your Gmail account. So in order to use this free online whiteboard, you would go to this website and you would log in, and then you would see a screen like this. You would go to the orange circle that's on the bottom right corner, and you would open up a new jam. Okay, so this is the jam. This is this is basically the online whiteboard. Okay, so here you can actually double click here, and you can actually rename it. So we can go ahead and just name it, Sammy training, and click OK. Give it a name. Whenever you're working on Google Jamboard, all the notes and problems that you solve on the boards, they will be automatically saved, and they will save in this this jam. They call this whole meeting basically a jam. Okay, so here you can see that we are on. So they actually call these boards, frames. So we're actually on frame 1 or board 1. Okay, so here we have the default background, which is white. If you wanted to go ahead and change the background, we can change it to a dotted background or a lined background or typical graph paper. Here's another kind of graph paper, a blue background or a black background. Okay, so we'll just go back to the default white background and leave it as is. Now this right here, this is the zoom button. Okay, so here it's set on fit the screen. So basically everything can be seen on the screen. If you were to to zoom out, like go to 25%, it becomes really small and hard to see. And if you make it 200%, which is like much larger, then the jam, the frame, does not show up on the whole screen. Part of it is cut off. So really the best thing is to leave it on fit so that the whole frame can be seen. Okay, And then over here, we have a bunch of icons on the left. So this right here, this is the pen icon. If you click on that, you have some different options. You have the pen, the marker, the highlighter, and the brush, and you have these colors. So I typically use blue because it's easy on the eyes. So, select blue, and then I can just write on the board. So I'm just going to write hi. Okay. Now, this right here is the eraser icon. So if you click on that, you'll be able to erase something that you don't need. So if you wanted to erase like part of this right here, you could. Okay. This right here is a select tool. I do want to come back to that because the 4 icons underneath the select tool can be used, with the select tool. Okay. So this right here, this is the sticky note. Okay, so if you click on this icon, this is basically like a post-it note that you write on and put on the wall. Okay, so here you can just put in, just type any note you'd like to put in. You can select any color you want, and then you just click on save, cancel, and then this is the sticky note. You can resize it, so you can make it larger, you can make it smaller, and you can move it where you need to move it. All right. This right here is the add image icon. So if you have notes or problems that you receive from the student in a picture form, then you're able to go ahead and select it from your device, whether that's the laptop or desktop or tablet, and you're able to go ahead and post that image on the board. It's going to be small, so you're going to have to resize it, make it larger, and move it. This is the shape icon. So if you click on this shape, you can pick a circle, a square, triangle, diamond, a rounded rectangle, a half circle, bar, or arrow. Okay, so let's say we want to go ahead and we want to draw a circle. Let's go ahead and draw a circle. Okay, and there's some neat features that you can actually put into the circle. You can actually you can make a border color. You can set the border color. So let's say we want to make the border yellow. So we'll make the border yellow. And if you want to fill the shape, we can fill it with a color. Okay. And the same thing with this. You can resize it. You can make it larger. You can make it smaller. And you can put it where you need. This is the text box icon. So click on that. And then you click on the board. And then you're able to type in the notes you'd like to type in, and you can make it larger, smaller, and move it where you need. This right here is the laser icon. So if you click on that, it's like a pointer that you use in a presentation to get people's attention when you want to focus on particular points. If you go ahead and you want to just like underline something, you can. A red line will appear and disappear, as you just saw. So let's go back to the select tool right here, the arrow. When you click on that, that enables you to select a sticky note, an image, a shape, or a text box. So if we go over here, we click on the sticky note, we selected it, and we can go ahead and we can resize it and we can move it. The same thing with the image, with the shape or the text box. Okay. Now, let's say that we filled up the whole frame or the whole board, and we wanted to go on to another one. Well, over here, we'll just click on this right arrow, and it'll take us to a new frame or board. And let's say that we want to go ahead and make the background graph paper. All right. And let's say that we go ahead and we write something on here, made a boo-boo, and we don't want it. Well, we can just click on clear frame, and everything will be erased without using the eraser and erasing it piece by piece. Okay, now this right here is the undo button. So if you click on undo, it's going to undo what you did and bring back what's here. And then if you want to redo, you can just click on the redo button and then it would redo. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's go on to another frame. Okay, so we're going to go to the third one. And let's say that we want to make the background black. All right. And if we click here on expand frame bar, you can see that we're able to add frames before frame 1. Here's in between frame 1 and frame 2. This one's between 2 and 3, and so on. Okay. Now, if you hover over a frame, you'll have this button in the top right corner with the 3 dots. If you click on that, you can actually duplicate the frame, or you can delete the frame. Let's go ahead and duplicate that. So we just duplicated the first frame. As you can see, we have 2 of them now. And now let's say we want to go ahead and delete the second one. So let's go and just delete that. So you can see how to duplicate and delete a frame. Okay. If you want to change the order of the frames, you're able to do that. So if you want to go to, if you want the black frame to be the first frame, we can just grab this third one and we just move it all the way here to the first one, and now it's the first. So you can change, we can reorder the frames as you need to. Okay. And then to remove this, to collapse the frame bar, we just click on this arrow and then that will go away. So here you have the option to be able to share this board, and you can allow people to view it only or to edit it. Okay. And this button right here, this is the more actions. Okay. This button right here with the 3 dots, if you click on that, you have the option to download all the boards, all the frames as a PDF file. So if you click on this right here, what we just did will be converted into a PDF file. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties, but typically when you click on this button right here, it will convert all the boards into a PDF file. There has been problems like this for me personally, and for the tutors that I have that are working under me. We've had these issues, and if that happens, not a problem. We can always just click over here, click on the share button, and we'll get the link, and we can just share that with the students. Okay, so that is basically how to use the Google Jamboard. The best way to use Google Jamboard is to use it in conjunction with Zoom. So you want to go ahead and use the Zoom to share the screen with the student, and you can record a video of the session. And then you can use this Google Jamboard as the online whiteboard to put the notes on the boards, to put the problems on the boards, and to solve the problems step by step. So really, it's a very, very good tool to use in conjunction with Zoom. Zoom is free and Google Jamboard is free. So, take advantage of these free tools to help you do what you need to do. So I hope this video was helpful and you benefited from it. And you have a great day.